they do, they go back to what is normal for them. The neighborhood, like I just mentioned, they go back to that because that's what they left and that's what they most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I just one of the narratives I'm going to try to change. I'm going to try to help some of the brothers that I'm telling you. I'd like to try to get a lump sum of money, and I want to have a screening process. You know, it has to be a criteria. We don't want to just be giving anybody some money because they might go fuck it all. But for the most part, I want to give some of these brothers. There's a lot of good brothers in here, man. That's getting out, like what I just said.
Yeah.
They get out of here, don't have no family or nothing. So the only thing they know is they're gonna either go downtown Los Angeles or they going back to their neighborhood.
Yeah.
And what does that look like?
What is
But I'm
that
like,
about?
man, listen, I was looking. Most of my time was down up north before I got down here to where I can watch Los Angeles news.
Yeah.
And now, when they show footage of the neighborhoods, I don't even see black innocent bystanders when they interviewing people who are out there witness some car wreck or something. I don't even see no blacks out there. So
Yeah.
what that tells me is our neighborhoods, the street places that we consider our hoods, like all this shit, they've been gentrified by a whole other nationality.
Man.
And we still holding on to this shit, you know what I mean? Killing
Yeah.
each other behind this shit. We don't own nothing over there.
Exactly.
So, like I said, man, this is another part of it, that sees, man, it's just, man, I don't know, but like I hope I kind of answered your question about my opinion about brothers who get back to the streets after doing all that time and, be laughing there, be it committing a crime or drugs or alcohol or whatever,
Yeah.
any kind of criminal activity.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is that's illegal, it's going to get you back in prison. And it doesn't make any sense for you to have done all that time and then come right back. But you got to look at this, though, too, though. You have a lot of people who get out of here and don't want to get out. They
Yeah.
much rather be in prison. That's a cold mindset,
That's a
man.
cold.
Like, you really don't want to get out. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Hey, I want to let everybody know. Look, man, we on. This is Juma Friday. We on with Brother Mouse. You know, he calling in from the pen. We once again. Well, this is Juma Friday. The Doctor Crip show with Mouse. You know, and it's the Juma Friday show, and he calling in to tap in with the brothers out here. You know, we got a lot of homies that's Muslims, that's Crips, that's Bloods. So he want to give a shout out to everybody that's paying attention out there and letting them know that when he touched down, he trying to connect with all the brothers, and we moving in a positive way. And he also a big supporter of No Mo and 24. we, we
For sure.
we don't need
Man,
no more Crips. We don't need no more Bloods.
nah,
Nah,
nah.
that's not it.
And your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Because you don't want to be here where he's sitting at. You feel me? And you know what? And I don't want you to talk a lot about it, but I just want you to brief the people on when you touch down. What is the organization that is already moving? That you know what I'm saying? Give us a little something about it. You feel me? You know what the name is, and tell us just a little bit about it. You know, then we can get back to with the brothers in the street. But I did want the people to know that this dude on point. You feel me? This is what you're supposed to come home and doing after 20 years. Just don't get out and say, hey, I want to work with the gangs and I'm trying to, whoa, you got to have a purpose, a plan, and execute. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the organization that I funded is called GRID. It's an acronym for Global Rehabilitative Individual Development. It's kind of self-explanatory, but the first letter is global. This is how large of a scale I want to be on with kind of rehabilitating our neighborhood, cities, states, and all this. But anyway, so this is what I was talking about the rehabilitative aspect of the organization. A lot of us, like myself, I grew up from a childhood of abuse and neglect. Although I had members that supported me and my family, like my granny and my mother, I didn't have that hands-on training that I so desperately needed as a child. Nobody hold my hand and teach me how to do certain things or what it was to be a man. So GRID is this organization that I funded is geared towards providing a safe space for youth to come and be a part of whatever job services that we got going on. Like we're real big on street cleanups and assisting the elderly homeowners with the upkeep of their property. But these job situations, like I want to have a garage at my place, wherever I established it at, but I want to. You have 60 seconds remaining. These type of situations where we can provide some hands-on training that come and participate in our program. Even like with the street cleanups, we're going to with us to go do these jobs, wherever we're commissioned to doing that. But for the most part, like I say, it's providing hands-on training for the youth. I want to empower them, and I want to help them develop life skills that's going to carry them on to their adult life when they get older.
Exactly.
I'm going to have to call you right back.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. We ain't going nowhere, brother.
Oh, I want you.
All right.
Hold on.
That was Brother Mouse tapping in from the California State Prison. Today is Uma. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. Please like, subscribe, share. Welcome to the show. That was Brother Mouse tapping in from the California State Prison about Uma Friday, reaching out to all the Muslim brothers and Crips out there, Crips and Bloods, that's Muslims, and all the other brothers in general that play a hand in this fight with No Mo and 24 and ending the sickness. And he tapping in with some of the stuff that he got going. Hopefully when he touched down in the next, this is him calling again. Okay.
An individual at the California State Prison, Los Angeles County, Lancaster, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
That's all.
Yes, sir. We back.
Okay. So let me kind of elaborate a little bit on the name that I chose for this organization.
Yeah.
So like I said about the rehabilitative part of it, and when I was mentioning about this childhood trauma that a lot of us have experienced, and I said this before when we first talked.
Yeah.
How what we went through as children, we carry that on to when we get these stages in our life when we get older, and it affects the decision making process. It's like it's no big puzzle. If you was abused as a child, there's no wonder why you will grow up being stupid when you get older. I had to use that word, but this is what happens. It's like we don't have no sense no more because we've been fucked over in our childhood.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that are bad for us, we like. We love the things that are bad for us and hate the things that are good. Just like doing right. It's like you don't have to commit crimes to be successful, but because we can get something fast, we steal it just to get it that quicker. It's like totally overlooking the negative consequences behind, and this is something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we would do something to jeopardize our freedom, it just doesn't make any sense. If we were a culture that cared about ourselves and wanted the best for ourselves, we wouldn't do things because it's like you violating your own rights. Forget about us violating somebody else, right? We putting ourselves in a situation to where we are literally taking our freedom from ourselves.
Yeah.
So a lot of this stuff there. So again, about the rehabilitative part of Crip, the next letter is I, is for the individual. We're trying to help the individual. We're trying to help rehabilitate the individual and help them develop. The last letter in Crip, help them develop into being these positive, productive members of society that we so desperately need in our community.
Okay.
You know, I see this shit on TV, man, when I got down to where I'm at a couple of years ago, man, and watching all these young brothers and sisters on these smash and grabs and all of this shit. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, there's so much for you to do out there to be successful and do it legally to where you can be successful. You don't have to do that. But I just didn't understand why. And it's just like my people was going crazy out here.
They going crazy, man.
Kind of ignorance, man. I can see this kind of ignorance on TV, man. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Because, like I say, a few years ago, I wasn't able to see the news down here in LA, and now that I do, it's just like, you know, my people is so low on the totem pole. It's like I don't even really know what to do other than try to help when I get out.
Yeah.
Because if I get out here, everybody else is like, you know, thirsty and grimy, and they trying to get it. Why would I go down there and mess with them and put myself in a situation to where I can be messed over again?
Well, you know, I tell you, man, you know, we got a lot of strong brothers out here that's both Muslim and Christians. So with that being said, they need to work together just like non-Bloods and Crip, Muslim and Christians need to work together. You feel me? You know, that war is just as bad as the Crips and Bloods. It's just on a global scale, you know, with Christians and Muslims. But if we pinpoint the areas of what we talking about, you know, inside the inner cities, you know, where this trauma is happening, you know, we need these Christian Bloods and these Muslim Crips, Christian Crips and Muslim Bloods, Muslim Crips, everybody to come together. You feel me? To focus this attention on one accord. You know, we don't. If y'all bickering trying to get over on who doing what, how is that gonna help Bloods and Crips? You feel me? So we definitely need a committee that is. See, we don't need to lose the spiritual part of the peace process of what people don't understand when they hold these peace conferences and these peace committees or whatever it is. You have to have the influence of the spiritual side of it there. Even if it's not making its presence known, it just has to be there. The Muslim side needs to be there. The Christian side need to be there. And if possible, it need to be a representative of both. You know, 2 Bloods, 1 Christian, 1 Muslim, 2 Crips, 1 Christian, 1 Muslim. So they can form that unity through other homies to be like, dang, that's something real, you know, because I know the power of the homies that's out here that's Muslims, Bloods, and Crips. They deep. You know, and they run a lot of the situations out here, you know, job coordinators and all that, you know. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, Mouse, the problem that they going through right now. Because we got a lot of homies out here, man. These gang interventionist homies, they play real job coordinator roles. You feel me? Out here. But you know what the problem is? These young dudes not showing up. They not really understanding that, man, if you come take this training, take this course, you could be making $25, $30 an hour messing with us. And they not showing up. And when they put the word out, guess who's showing up? The Brown brothers. But you can't be mad at the Brown for showing up because, hey, we trying to do good too. But we need more brothers. We need these young dudes, 18 to 25, to show up. They need to show up to these jobs, and they not. Guess what's happening? People like you getting out of jail in their 40s and 50s trying to go do the work. And it's hard for those brothers to get them on because of insurances and all that other type of stuff. But, you know, this battle is far from over. So when you get out with programs like how you getting out, how it's laid out, man, you know, it can only help assist what is actually going on out here. So, you know, that's a salute to, you know, the work that you got going. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it. So let me ask you a question. Well, no, go ahead and finish because you didn't get to the last letter. You was at GRI, and I guess you got to do your last letter.
No, I did. I said D is the development.
The development. Okay, you did it. Yeah, grid. And it's not the current grid that's out there right now. Your grid is spelled GRID.
Right. I think the other one is GRYD.
Yeah, GRYD, and yours is GRID, which is a big difference. You know what I'm saying? So we want the brothers to know that like, hey man, listen, this is real serious business, man. We trying to get this thing moving with the homies and the attitude of you know, no more in 24. We, you know, and ending the sickness, you know, and picking up some education. Coming here to the Dr. Crip show to get your meds. This is medication for the brain, man. You know, this is real medication for your brain, for your soul. This is what you need. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. This is Juma Friday with my co-host Mouse from Anthony Park, and we giving a shout out to all the Crip and Muslim brothers out there that's putting it down out there. So if you're out there listening, go ahead. You can tap in, just give a shout out or whatever you want to do. But Mouse, let me ask you a question. So as we was talking about last week, I think we did bring up the subject of how to stay focused. You know, when some brothers get out there, they lose their footing. Have you talked to some of the brothers that got out, that you've been in contact and prison with, and they lost their footing since they've been out? Have you experienced that?
First of all, let me say this. When you were giving a shout out, you only said Crip, but it's Crip chipping nuts. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Bloods, the Muslims too.
No, yeah. If I didn't say that, it wasn't no disrespect. I probably just forgot. I'm sorry. Shout out to both Bloods and Crip, Muslim, Christians, everybody, man.
No, but on what you was talking about, though, I know a few brothers. I got a couple of partners that had life. One had LY, which means life without the possibility of parole. The other one had just straight life. But both of them got out there, and these are older brothers, though. These brothers are older than me, but they on their game. It's all about you know, because one of the 5 pillars of Islam is charity, and this is, you know, they out there.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They giving back so much to where they don't have any time to do anything wrong because they so adamant about trying to redeem themselves for their past transgression.
Yeah.
This is what, you know, this is like when we close out, I want to read Surah Al-Asr. This is how they close the meeting, like if you're having Talim or even if somebody was giving a kufa during Jumu'ah service, they would end with this particular surah, and then we're going to talk about it when you decide to close out. I'll recite it and then we'll have a few words about it. But anyway, yeah, man, like you say, we got our work cut out for us. Like, that's all I can say. But my brothers that I am in contact with that have and these brothers did over 30 years. But I know that because these brothers are older, that may be a major factor or reason for why they so stern and have zero tolerance for foolishness. Because I'm just like them. I feel like I have more years behind me than I have ahead of me, so I got to make the most out of the time that I have left here.
Yeah.
I got time to be. I mean, who wants to get out and come? I mean, I'm not one of the type of people want to, get out and come right back to prison after doing.
Yeah, we don't need no revolving doors, man.
Nah. So, but I know of one case where somebody got out and like I said, about a high risk situation, going back to your neighborhood and associating with the same homies that's you're not going back and they're still doing the same shit. Those houses in the hood and they out there on the block like y'all mean, it just don't make no sense because there's a high probability that you're gonna end up going back to prison.
Yeah.
Messing with them. Not to say that they ain't your homies and all of that, but it's just you have to deal with those people accordingly.
Yeah.
You have to stay away, especially if you're on parole. So my first number, I discharged my first number in prison September 27, 1997, but I got out with a 3-year tail. And when I got out after doing my first joke, I went right back to the neighborhood. And I ended up getting, how I discharged my number, I ended up doing 3 violations back to back. The last one, I maxed my number out, but because I kept going back to the neighborhood, associating with my same people I was with when I during the conviction of my crime, this is the reason why I kept catching violations.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
2 pistol cases, and then another one I had a high-speed chase. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But like I said, the high-risk situation of going back, you have to stay away. You have to stay away, man.
You got to stay away.
It's a lot. It's a lot more to do. I don't know why people say it's hard out there. It's so much for a person to do. All they do is put their mind to it. Get around some people who are positive, who are doing the right thing, and cling to them.
Yeah.
You gotta hang around those criminals.
Go ahead and call back, brother. Yeah, go ahead and call back because I ain't finished with you yet. And I got a couple of questions people didn't call hit the line with. So go ahead and call back. Yeah, this is welcome to the Dr. Crip Show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. This is Juma Friday with Brother Mouse. You feel me? Calling in from prison, with the Juma service and about keeping the brothers, the Muslim Crip homies and blood homies out there, staying focused and staying away from the bull out here. So he gonna call back in a minute, and this is what we doing over here, man. You feel me? It's all positive over here, man. We trying to stay focused on no more in 24. We trying to end the sickness. We trying to prevent kids from joining gangs. That's the main focus right now, is preventing teens from making that choice, man, of gang violence. Here he coming. He calling again. Let's get him in here.
An incarcerated individual at the California State Prison, Los Angeles County, Lancaster, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Oh, I go ahead.
Yeah, welcome back, brother. Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Crip. This is the Dr. Crip Show, and this is Juma Friday service with Brother Mouse calling in from Lancaster State Prison in California. That's a tough kind of prison, man. I know y'all be going through a lot up in there, huh? How is it being a Muslim in there, being a Muslim in there? And dealing with the stuff that come in there. Have you ever faced any challenges?
It's always a challenge, and every day is a challenge. I told you this because we in this gated community, it ain't like I can just go jump in my whip and drive on the other side of town. So I'm here stuck to deal with all of these other personalities and all that. You know, you can try your hardest and your best to stay away and keep people at bay, but we still here.
Yeah.
And but for the most part, man, like I always try to make sure, and I said this to you before about trying to do more good than bad, because we not to justify any wrongdoing, but nobody's perfect. We're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
But like I said, not to justify doing wrong, but just be mindful of that and continue to do as much good with your life as you can.
Yeah.
That's best we can do, dog. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm the best Muslim. The only best Muslim example that we have is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and peace and blessings of Allah be upon it. And we can only dream to emulate his character. Because, I don't see him. They said he was the seal of the prophet. He was Allah's last messenger, and I don't see anybody else who could ever reach the level of character that he embodied. Because we talked about this before about how even his enemies knew how impeccable of a person he was, that they believed their property with him and would be nice enough to keep their stuff and hold it for me until they came back. Try doing that with one of these niggas, if you come back and see if your stuff still there.
Hey, have you ever had a problem with a Crip Muslim that was tripping, that was maybe you had to talk to him. He wasn't really that type of person, but he was maybe he came in, I don't know. Just, I'm pretty sure it's different situations. Like, how do you deal with that type of stuff?
Listen, man, full disclaimer, man, I was still hustling, doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing, and one of my partners, Chief-Way partner, he was a Muslim as well. This was many years ago, about 10, 15 years ago. We hustling and the dude kind of...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Was trying to press me about his money because, I did some business with him and I owed him a few dollars. And, we had a few words about that, and before it can blow up, some of the brothers, sat us down and we talked about the situation and rectified. I ended up paying him, and we still ended up talking. But the key point here is that we talking about having a problem with somebody. The only reason why I had a problem with this brother is because we were doing something wrong. If you in here minding your business and you not doing anything wrong, even if you were still an active member, man, they wouldn't even mess with me. It's like, because they have a lot of their people. And this is another thing too I wanted to share with you was about the magnitude of how many Hispanics are in here furthering their education. It's like all of the Mexicans in here, they get college degrees and all kind of shit. And niggas is still in here. They not really, it's not as many in attendance as it is fantasy.
Oh.
That's the thing that we need to change the narrative. But like I was saying about getting into it with somebody, having a problem with somebody, getting in trouble. If you're not doing anything wrong, that's something that you don't have to worry about. Like I say, full disclaimer, bro, we was doing something we didn't have no business doing, especially when we pretend to be Muslim. This is hypocrisy.
Yeah.
So then this is something that I had to weed out of my life, so I didn't have those kind of problems. Like, because the older brother was telling me, and he knew the situation. And he said, just what I'm telling you now, if you wasn't fooling with that stuff, you wouldn't have no problem with this brother.
Yeah.
You don't need nobody, especially if you have the test to have some kind of good head on your shoulder. You don't need to be doing anything that's a contradiction to that, and it's going to have you in confrontation with another person. It's just so you might as well to be out there gang banging, you know what I mean? But, so, man, like I say, all we can do is try to do the most good we can do throughout our days and be conscious of it. Let me
ask you a question. Let me ask you another question. First of all, Westside Life, One Move Away, welcome. Westside Life. Hey, Dr. Crip, no more in 24. Let's pray for resources and other brothers like him to help end the sickness. Well, thank you, Westside Life. That's a good shout out. We need more brothers like him on the street, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, one move away. Hey, Dr. Crip, no more in 24. Glad to hear brothers in prison that want to help end the sickness. Hey man, listen, the people listening, man, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing we can ask for. I had a good question. I had a question like because I've heard this type of situation before. Say a guy comes in and he's supposed to be a Muslim, and he is operating under the table with the other non-Muslim Crips and Bloods, and you kind of was talking about that just a few seconds ago, but I guess it's the same question put a different way. But because a few years ago I had a situation like this. Somebody called me about one of my homies in prison that was supposed to be a Muslim. And he was like, man, what's up with that dude? I thought he was supposed to be a Muslim. All of him and his family supposed to be a Muslim. I'm like, they is. They like, man, that dude up here, he got all kind of stuff going on. So when the Muslims kind of left him alone, and I guess he got into some hot water, and he wanted them to have his back, but they made him decide or something, or they had a meeting or something, you know what I'm saying? So it's serious like that when you try to become, or you a Muslim, and you operating outside of what they talk about. The question is basically how do you guys handle that? Like as a blood, do you have to meet with the Bloods on the yard? And what if the guy is a blood, in question? Does his stuff from the street carry on into prison? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's one thing is you have to make a choice. We call it fence straddling if you're doing both.
Yeah.
And when something arises like that, that's what takes place. have a little leeway. And it depends on the circumstances because not everybody gets asylum from the Muslim community. You can try because people being here, you have hidden agendas and ulterior motives. And they, they can say they want to be a part of Islam, and then they still doing something else. But this is why I was trying to tell you a minute ago about the behavior. Besides all of that, and I don't want to make this, I know this is labeled this or titled this the Juma Friday show, but I don't want to make this a religious type of thing because again, this is about the behavior that we try to correct in individuals' lives.
Yeah.
We're trying to, even with the person who was in here at his worst on drugs and he's making an attempt to go and
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Be it Christian or Islamic service. A lot of times, I'm telling you, brothers, in here because of individuals trying to do their own time. And this is what it is. This is like the way that prison is set up now. It's like everybody is in here trying to do their own time. You still have a few holdouts to where they still doing stupid shit and grouping up and all of that other shit. But for the most part, everybody is in here, like I said, about this individual effort to better themselves.
Yeah.
And when we have these situations like what you just described, the brother who is, not really sure about what he want to do, what he's still doing wrong. And that's my advice to anybody who knows somebody in prison that's part of either Christian or Islamic community.
Yeah.
It's important that you try to help those people. You don't want to just turn our backs on somebody when they are up against it. But we also don't want to be used either. So that's why I said, brother, depending on the situation, everybody doesn't get asylum like that. Maybe like go to the masjid talking about these niggas finna get on you because you owe some drug debt or something. And you hide right there and talking to a lie. And, get your ass out of here.
Hey, you know what I trip off of? I trip off of this, and I'm pretty sure you got Christians like that too, though. But when you go to jail, you're a Muslim. Now you ain't with it, but when you out, you back banging. It's a couple of people like that I'm saying I'm familiar with. Like, I don't understand that. That always throw me for a loop. Like how you not with it now that you in jail, but you was just outside and when you free, you with it, but now you in jail, you ain't with it. That tends to throw me for a loop, and that's one of the biggest things everybody share in common.
Yeah, that's one of them situations. Like it's like when everything is not going good for you, just like
you have 60 seconds remaining.
Nobody wants to be in prison, so in here we depressed and miserable and mad and angry, and it's like it's the end of the world. So when we get out, it's back to resume normal program, doing the same shit we did before we got here. It's like you didn't care about this. Is what I was saying about without adversity with no belief. You have to be able to endure situations like this because it shows what type of person you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Here on your deen, being a good Muslim in here, it will show.
Yeah, your deen. You ain't on your deen. Yeah, that's the one. You ain't on your dean. I heard, I didn't heard that before. Yeah, when you call back, okay. When you call back, we're gonna we can let you do your thing. Yeah, this is Dr. Crip show, man, and you on with the brother Mouse from Athens Park Bloods. You feel me? Uh, and this is Juma Friday service, and he giving a shout out to all the Crip and Muslim Bloods. Uh, to keep their dean going properly. So when he get out, he want to connect with everybody, and his services or his Juma services in there. So I told him, hey man, might as well do it right here, man, on the Dr. Crip show, man. We got room for everybody over here, Christians, Muslims, everybody, because they have to know how to work together. But I'm gonna tell him about this my situation. what I know. Hold on, let me get him in there.
The California State Prison, Los Angeles County, Lancaster, California. This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Yeah, we back. Yeah. We back with Mouse. This is Dr. Crip show, and we here with Juma Friday service show, and we with the brother Mouse from Athens Park Bloods out here in LA. That's out here. We got some riders from over there that's in the peace movement too, brother. And he is on the co-hosting the show with me today, man. This is Juma's service for Friday, man. Juma Friday services, and he gonna let you know about some of the things that one of the things you wanted to read, right? But before you do that, I had just said, when you was calling back, I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna talk about the dudes I know. But we talked about it just before you got off the phone. I was like, why this dude go to prison? I mean, why this dude go to the county, and now he a Muslim, because a lot of other Muslims, but when you're on the street, you gang banging, but now when you go to jail, you're a Muslim. And I don't like that, because I'm getting socked all in my head. And I'm like, why this dude don't got a squabble and do what I do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so in my opinion, so those brothers that you described, and I'm just like them, man. Like I say, I'm not perfect, and I try to do the best I can. But for the most part, when we have these situations, these encounters with brothers, I just pray that Allah has somebody who happens to have a good connection with the brother to bring them up out of that mind state to where they keep relapsing.
Yeah.
Playing with it, not even so much as playing with the deen, just being a criminal, period.
Yeah.
Doing wrong, period. Hey, look, and I wanted to share this with you too, Nut, before we close out. This was because remember I told you.
Yes.
I was facilitating Criminal Gang Members Anonymous in another prison about 5-6 years ago. But anyway, this is Criminals and Gang Members Anonymous, the lifestyle addiction to criminal activity, and this is what it's defined as. So the first one is cultural influences. Cultural influences is the power of persons and the things they do, such as beliefs, interests, manners, customs, and habits that are passed along in some form of communication that influences the beliefs, thinkings, development, behavior, and habits of those in the generation that follow. The next one is gang members. 2 or more individuals with or without a group name who associate with each other following destructive beliefs and whose behavior, actions, and habits are centered around illegal activity. And the third one is delinquents, those who have a normal hostile attitude, acting out in aggression, ways to those in authority, or acting out in aggressive ways to those in authority. Those who neglect the following rules and intentionally refuse to obey laws, those are delinquents. The next one is vandals, those who take or destroy public property with the full intention of, and sometimes without the knowledge of, causing unlawful harm, pain, injury, or distress. Theft, those who steal, commit robbery, or burglary, taking property or possessions with illegal consent through violence, deception, trespassing, or intimidation. The next one is white-collar crime, those who commit fraud, embezzlement, and other crimes through deceiving, misrepresenting the truth, or abuse of property inside the workplace, no matter what business or profession. The next one is substance abuse, those who use alcohol or drugs of any type repeatedly and frequently until it becomes a destructive habit, causing harm, injury, or death to oneself or others. And the next one is sexual dysfunction, those who wrongfully use or misuse sexual activity or for personal pleasure while hurting, mistreating, injuring, insulting, abusing excessively another without consent or decency, and with
Get your mouse. Oh, his phone dropped. Man, he was going down the line. I know a lot of people was fitting that stuff. Man, he was naming all kind of stuff. Yeah, this is a real game, homie. And this is where you don't want to be to have to get your life straight. You feel me? You don't want to have to go do 20 years in prison and just to get out to come get your life straight. You want to get your life straight before you get on that road to go to prison. Because sometimes you may not even go to prison. It just may be over with. I always say this. I got a partner in my bracket, my age. He did almost that 20 years. And in that time when he did the 20 years, when he got out, I believe, with a job paying about $80,000 a year. He was hired before he even got out of prison. And when he got out of prison, I seen him. And he's like, yeah, what's up? Woo, 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 woo. And I said, man, you know, every time I see you, you make me feel about this big. Because you walked out of jail with a job. You done went to college. You got a degree, all type of stuff. And all I've been doing out here the whole time you've been in jail. Hey, what? What's up? Hey, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. That's all I've been doing. You supposed to get shot, you dummy. Because you ain't done nothing. All the jobs, the city jobs, the painting jobs, the construction jobs, everything came right through my hands, and I just passed it on to somebody else. I never took the time to say, let me build me a career and let me do something what somebody else is doing, because just a pride and ego for gains. To live to the point to where you get shot 6 times by a dummy that ain't even been from your hood 10 years. Don't got no say so, can't lead nobody nowhere. But he gunning you down. Don't let your child throw their life away behind an illusion. Do not let your child become part of something that is fake. There is no such thing as the word homie. That is a made up word. It does not exist. That is a false definition. Crip for life. That is an illusion. Look at the people that's been cripping for life. Show me one Crip, one blood for life that's 60 years old that have something that can say, oh, I owe my life to the blood gang. I owe my life to my Crip gang. That had it not been for the gang, it would not made them who they is. They own property up, down the block. They got houses, they got banks, they did this and that. Just show me one person that fit in that category. I know we got homies out here individually that got stores, restaurants, clubs, all that. But I'm talking about something that the community need, that can be built off of, that can employ people and stuff like that. Show me one Crip, show me one blood that fit in that category. That his jacket is straight. Never turned down fade. No telling. Always helping. Ain't set nobody up. Tell me a homie like that. Tell me somebody like that. Show me a blood like that. Show me a Crip like that. That they built this foundation right here. And it's still here to this day. Going and helping people reach higher levels. Show me one person that fit in that category. That's a real blood. That's a real Crip. I don't think it exists because this is fake. Now, yes, you might have lived your life in the hood, came through the hood, ain't never had no issues, woo, and you grew up and you got you a business, you got you booming, you mess with the homies, whatever, woo. That's a small percentage in the gang world, like a small percentage of the rich elite that run this world. They call them the 1%ers. You heard them. Well, that's just like in the gang, in the blood, in the gang Crip world, in the blood world, the gang world, the 1%ers. That's the homies that's doing good. Oh yeah, he got him a restaurant. He got him a club. Oh yeah, he got a store. Or two. Yeah, that's an individual achievement. But guess what? The rest of your homies ain't benefiting off of that. They go there to eat and go kick it or whatever they do. That's an individual achievement. That's nothing that the whole gang is eating off of. No, that's not. That's a 1%er. That's a 1%. That's why the thought of gangs, if it enters your child's mind, you have to break it immediately. You cannot play with it. You joke around with your child, but you let your child know at the end of the day, listen, man, check this out. I don't give a damn what you talking about. You will never be no blood. You will never be no Crip. Not while I'm living on this planet. You might as well get it through your head. That's how serious it is. That's how serious it is. So you need to get stuff like that situated. You need to get stuff like that out of your household. You need to identify what kid of yours is going down that route. You need to identify his friends, his surroundings, his environmental. If you put your child on the track to succeed, then hopefully we won't have that issue with that child when she do turn 15, 16, 12, 13, 14. Gangs won't be a part of it. And you know what? I am going to do a show about positive kids, because we do got positive kids out here. We do got kids that, man, I ain't thinking about no gang. My job is to get away from here, get as far away from here as possible, but also come back and build me a veterinarian thing for pets. And I want to do something for senior citizens and all that. Them the type of people that we need to come back, that overlooked the gangs, that made it past that knew that Crips and Bloods was not the lane for them, and they decided to come back and give it their all. Them the type of people we need to come back.
Incarcerated individual at the California State Prison, Los Angeles.
We're going to let this brother finish up.
California. Let's call and or
Dr. Crip, Uma Friday service show.
Say or dial 5 now.
Hey, welcome up, brother. I know we had some we had some technical difficulties, but go ahead and finish, and you can finish wrapping up what you got to say.
Yeah, I had to wait for the call to go all the way through, because they like 15-minute intervals.
Yes.
And the phone just we got disconnected, so it had to go through. But then let's see, where was I at? So I was reading the last bullet point for this. It was called violent crimes. Those who intentionally act out with great physical force to injure, damage, or destroy to obtain control, through vicious aggression inside the home, workplace, public spaces, etc. So this is what the disease looks like.
Yeah.
Everything that I read.
Yeah.
These are the symptoms.
Yeah.
In other words. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so listen, we'll go ahead and close out. I sure appreciate being able to talk to you, though.
It's all good.
That's for sure.
Anytime. See you next Friday.
Most definitely. So this is sort of answered, and this is it says it says by the time I'll recite it in Arabic first. It says
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
والآخر إلى إنسان لا في كوس إلى الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Roughly translated, this is not a Yusuf Ali transliteration of the Quran. I got this Quran from somebody, because I left my Quran at my job. But it means by the time through the ages, surely mankind is at loss, except those who believe and do good deeds, those who exhort one another to the truth and exhort one another to patience. So what this is saying is, it's like telling us there are people who are at a loss, except those who do good. So we don't always have people who are going through something, some kind of adversity, maybe going through something that's causing them to do wrong. But we need to be the ones, like I said, about trying to do the most good we can through all of that. He says, except those who believe and do good deeds, and those who exhort one another. This means tell people, when you exhort one another, when you engage with other people, you want to exhort them to the truth. You don't want to be a liar. You don't want to be somebody who exhorts one of you away from patience. You want to try to encourage people to be patient when you run across a situation where people are impatient. You want to try to be, like I said, about wanting for the next man what I want for myself, I'll give that to the next person so they'll know how to get at me.
Yeah.
If I can help somebody who is being impatient and maybe frustrated because things are not going in a timely manner like they wanted to, I'll give them some words of encouragement, because when I'm having a situation like that, I would want that same kind of interaction in return. I want somebody to come and console me when I'm going through something and say, I need help too.
Yeah.
I still need help.
Yeah.
So Allah is the best of planners. God is the best of planners, man. And like I say, all we can do is continue to be the best version of ourselves and leave all of this foolishness alone, because understand this is not anything else. They got to sell for you. They got to sell for everybody.
Yeah.
If you're a criminal and keep breaking the law, they got a space for you.
Yeah. They definitely got a space for you.
While we putting ourselves in this situation, we allowing these people to make money off of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can be out there making money for ourselves.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was all I wanted to share with you, man. Listen, man, it was nice chopping it up with you.
Oh, yeah.
I love you like a brother, man.
Yeah.
Before I go, let me say this, because you said something about the spiritual aspect. And besides Christianity or Islam, we had this spiritual connection. You know what I mean? You was a Crip and I was a Blood, but the way that we felt about each other and what we was doing at the time superseded that criminal lifestyle. We were best of friends, and I love you like a brother, man. Can't wait to get out of here.
And the same in return, brother. The same in return. Because I don't deal with a whole lot of people. My circle is small. I can only deal with the people that's on the right track, that got business going. And, I'm proud to be a part of Grid, you know what I'm saying? GRID, not GRYD, but the Grid,
Right.
the program that's being built from the grounds up. And man, it's just it's something that is going to take on real fast, and I already know how it's going to hit because of the people that's involved, because we got heavy hitters involved. We ain't got no people that's going, we just wait.
Right.
We just waiting on a few things to get in place, and we can go ahead and start the process, man. And it's gonna be glad to have you here. You know what I'm saying? Where I might even be coming to the office in a suit, man. But I'm kind of like a fly guy, so I'll probably be like, silk button downs, sports jackets, jeans with the Ballarici, Ballabajora,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of fly guy like that. You know what I'm saying? It's that time.
Don't tell me you done turned into a hipster.
No. Well, I'm a fly guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I've always been fly my whole life, whether it been khakis and chucks to jeans and t-shirts and stuff like that. So I know how to flip it, man. With these sports coats and these silk shirts and these jeans and these shoes and all that, man, and go out and put together $100,000 deal, man. It's not a problem. So I can't wait. For that to start crossing the table with you there, bro, because people gonna really see the impact, and they gonna remember. Then that's that dude that was in jail, on the Dr. Crip show, talking about when he get out. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully that be real soon. He got a book coming out as well. You feel me? You know, all that. So you feel me? Everything, because you know I'm in the books, man. So I'll be happy. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show this up so when you see this show, you'll know. This is my new toy right here, baby. You see this right here? Yeah, you see that new toy right there, huh? Yeah, man. That ain't no joke right there, man. You see that? That's a cannon, man. You know, I'm showing the cannon that I just got. You know what I'm saying? God gifted me a camera. I've been wanting a camera for so long. Guess what? My team gifted me a camera, homie. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. That's a EOS R100, homie. That's a $600-700 camera, man, for the low. You know, brand new in the box. You know, go handle your business. You know, shoot movie, shoot video, and take pictures. You know, all that professional. This little thing can make a movie, man. So, you know, this is my new toy. So when you see me out there and say, man, that looked like Mr. Nut, you was right. That was me. Because I jumped out, snapped what I needed to snap, and I got on. So welcome, Cannon, and thank you, Mouse. You feel me? I'm waiting for next Friday. We'll be back at the same time next Friday. So any shots out you want to give out before you hang up? Anybody you want to?
No, man. You know, as usual, man, I want to continue to say my regards to all the Muslim brothers and sisters out there, and I pray that Allah continues to strengthen their heart.
Oh yeah, damn, he cut out. The phone dropped again. Oh man, he was giving his shots out. But yeah, man, hey, this is the Dr. Crip show, man. I want to give a shout out. Is he back? Oh, you back? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was right here. No, that was pretty much it. Like I said, I just wanted to continue to encourage the brothers and sisters out there, man, to stay focused on the good life, because we so entitled to it.
Okay.
I don't know why we get in these situations to where we don't want to have a good life, but it's nothing but air and opportunity for it. And I pray that God continues to grant wealth, success, and health to all those who are entitled to it.
Okay, for sure. All right. Well, next Friday, brother. Not a problem.
Next Friday, yeah. I'll catch up with you then.
All right.
One.
Yeah, that was the brother Mouse, man, calling in from Lancaster State Prison, man. That was Juma Friday service show right there, man, with your host, Dr. Crip, and co-host Mouse from Athens Park Bloods, you know. So, be on the lookout for that brother when he touched down. But, yeah, thank you for tuning in. This is the Dr. Crip, man. Please like, subscribe, share. Let everybody know we here. Thank you for coming through Westside Life. One move away. Always coming through for your boy. We out. Go spread the word. No more and 24. This is Dr. Crip. We out.